Why do we celebrate Nation Conservation Day? That's for making sure that we remember.
How many chemicals which poison the earth are used to produce solar panels?
But should we not make solar panels? What do you say? We should make, right? Then what about these chemicals? How do we handle them? So three sets we have ocean. So in oceans, are there tides or not?
Tides means waves.
Tide means waves. Slightly bigger version of tide, wave is tide. Okay? Yes. So there are tides. So the answer is, can we have tidal power? High five. This is what is called desalination. Seawater desalination. I can see some ocean experts here, right? Wind power, tidal power, offshore wind, and water desalination. You are all right, guys? Super good.
My name is Suraj. I am from grade 4C. I am studying in Samskriti School of Tomorrow. I am telling few words about Sir. Mr. S. Visamraju is the founder of ICAN Carbon Charitable Trust. He has more than 25 years of experience in the field of climate change, waste management, recycling, and solar power technology, and in the development of semiconductors and silicon wafers and factory automation. He has worked in many countries, and we are glad to interact with such an eminent person. Thank you, sir, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you so much. You remember so well.
Now my friends will introduce themselves. Me, I am studying in grade 4C, Samskriti School of Tomorrow. Good morning, sir. My name is Mohit Reddy. I am from grade 4C, Samskriti School of Tomorrow. I am from grade 4C. I am studying in Samskriti School of Tomorrow.
Good morning.
Really?
I'll try.
Why do we celebrate Nature Conservation Day?
Why do we celebrate Nation Conservation Day? That's for making sure that we remember to conserve nature. When you say, you know what you mean by conserving nature? You know, right? So basically to make sure that the nature is taken care of and all that. So we need to remind ourselves every day actually, but every time we remind ourselves to make sure that nature is taken care of by all of us in our day-to-day activities. So if we celebrate it as a specific day, we will do a lot of activities, right? We'll read about it and we'll have events like this and we all will get calibrated. You know what that means? Calibrated means. So basically we all will come to one level of understanding or awareness. Yes, we all have to do. We all have to conserve the nature. So that's the reason we celebrate. By doing various things, like you will make sure that the plants are not cut, the trees are not cut, and the water is used properly, okay, and we are not adding pollution to it, like adding plastic waste, or we are not dumping food waste, okay, and sometimes we cut food or cook food and then we throw it away, right? Because we are not consuming them in time, and that is one way for of conserving nature. And not using not using your vehicles, right? Cars, scooters, trucks, and all these things, unless you really have to. Don't use them. If you have to go to a store next door, don't go on your vehicle. You go by walk or take a bike. Okay? Why? Because if you drive an if you drive a motor vehicle, you are consuming fuel, like your petrol or diesel. When you do that, you are emitting. What are you emitting? Yes, carbon dioxide emissions. So that will destroy the nature. So by not doing all these things or doing some of these things, you conserve nature. Is that okay? You get it?
Sure, sir. We will work on how many chemicals which poison the earth are used to produce solar panels.
About 10-12 chemicals are used. They are poisonous. I mean, they are hazardous to the environment. Yes. But should we not make solar panels? What do you say? We should make, right? Then what about these chemicals? How do we handle them? What should we do? Hmm?
Give them a treatment.
What kind of treatment? Like, what treatment? Like, I mean, treatment means what? And what happens if you do the treatment?
They will be good.
They will be?
Good. Good.
They will, yeah, exactly.
Better.
They will be better, right?
When we get fever, then we will be better.
That will be better. That's certainly good. So that's good. Both of you give right answers, right? What do you say? Yes or no? Shall we give them answer also? Good answer, both of you. Team effort. Okay, next. India can dispose hospital waste by doing 2-3 things. One is incineration, like burn them. Okay? Burn them in a furnace, and when you burn them, you get ash and you get some fumes. And those also you need to treat, like you're saying about this. You have to treat them. Okay? So that is one thing. And then segregate the waste. Right, students, you're listening? You should segregate the waste. Because everything is not hazardous or poisonous from hospital. There is a plastic waste, there is paper waste, fabric waste, cotton, and some actually from the operation theatre, some things will come medicine. So those things you have to separate. Plastic, paper, and fabric you can separate. And there will be some blood somewhere, so that you have to separate. And once you separate them, it's easy to process. And those things which are hazardous or poisonous, you take them separately, treat them, incinerate them, and then process them. That way it will be less harmful to the nature. That's how you conserve the nature. Yes, got the answer? You understood it?
Is water from RO filter safe for drinking?
Absolutely not. Let's ask him, is it good or not?
Not good.
Not good? Why is it not good?
It removes good bacteria. It gives bacteria.
It gives bacteria? Okay, what do you say?
It is not good water. It is muddy.
It's muddy. So RO water is muddy.
Means it will take the good water.
It will take the bad water and try to make it good water. So RO water is good sometimes when the water is very bad. The source, like sometimes the water is coming from some river or some kind of a stream where a lot of pollutants are there, and mud is there or bacteria or something. Then you pass it to an RO system. What you get is good. But the downside of it is, whatever is good in the water, that also is gone. Like you need minerals, which the water gives, is also gone. That's why when you drink RO water, you will not feel heavy. You observe next time, drink water from bottle, you will not feel it heavy. You drink from tap water, municipal water, you feel it filling, you feel it filling. You know what I mean? Filling, maybe you're too young to understand filling and everything. Right? అంటే కడుపు నిండినట్టు అనిపిస్తుంది పడ నిండాలి RO water it is very bad. Why? Because all the minerals are taken out from it. It's nothing there. So avoid RO water again when you're traveling, you're going on trekking, when it's some very bad environment. which you all will never go. Your parents will not allow, your teachers will not allow, your brothers, nobody will let you go into those kind of hazardous places. Okay? So when you're home and it's protected environment, use regular water, municipal water, bore water. Maybe filtered is okay. Filtered removes dust particles or something, that's okay. But RO is too much.
Too much dust.
No, too much of treatment and processing, and it doesn't do any good for you. On top of it, it costs money. On top of it, it comes in plastic bottles as plastic waste. So it's spoiling the environment, and also it is spoiling your health. Okay? Understood? So when you go to restaurant next time, and it's a restaurant, like decent one, they ask them for glass of water, no bottled water. They'll put it on the table by default now. Tell them take the water, take it out, and get what? Remove plastic bottle and get what?
Glass.
Glass of water. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
In India have tidal power stations.
Can India have tidal power stations? Does India have access to tides? Is there ocean near India?
Yes.
Yes, right? On both sides?
3 6.
On 3 sides? Yeah, that's it, goes far away.
Absolutely.
They cannot fool around with that. So on 3 sides we have ocean. So in oceans, are there tides or not?
Tides mean waves.
Tide means waves. Slightly bigger version of wave is tide. Okay? So on 3 sides we have ocean. So in oceans, are there tides or not?
Tides mean waves.
Tide means waves. Slightly bigger version of wave is tide. Okay? Yes. So there are tides. So the answer is, can we have tidal power? Yes, we can. Do we have tidal power? No, we don't. Should we have tidal power?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Right? So the answer is, we don't have it now, but we could and we should. So if you finish your school very fast and come work on putting up tidal power plants, India will benefit. Got it? I'm not joking. Seriously, if you can think about it, you are in fourth grade right now, right? In maybe 10 years, within 10 years is too long. Trust us, all the grown-ups here, 10 years is nothing. You know, by the time you realize 10 years is gone and you are in college, then you will be thinking about how to do tidal power for India. Or offshore wind power plants for India. Okay? India is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful country. We have to do something for the country, for India right now. And you have to start thinking now. Okay? There's nothing wrong in going outside the country. I also went. I studied there. I know it. But what India can offer is amazing. Okay? So you do something for the country, tidal power, offshore power plants, hydrogen power, so many things you can do. Today, Bhadla is the biggest solar power plant. But tomorrow, Pune might put up the biggest power plant in the world.
It dreams to be a scientist.
Excellent, see, I can see that. It's happening already. I can see the biggest plant coming up from your head, coming up like that. Slowly, and you will have your 3 friends as your partners. Okay? It'll be fun, maza aata hai. You can say, we've been friends from 4th grade. Right? Like that. So we can do wonderful things. So back to the point. We don't have tidal power plants at this point, but we will very soon. Government is thinking about it. Good questions. Good questions.
Many pharma industries are releasing poisonous effluents into water channels. What treatment should be given to these chemicals before release?
Basically, You don't want to get into a chemistry class, but at the same time I'll say neutralize. Neutralize them if they are very acidic or alkaline or poisonous. Try to neutralize them and make them close to enough. You cannot make them reactive, but try to make them as less poisonous as possible. Okay, do the treatment. And another thing is, don't let the chemicals go into water bodies and into rivers and tank pond and all that. Okay, you should not do that. So you should treat the water. You know, water treatment plants are there. So they take this industrial water, separate the chemicals, and the wastewater that comes, you can use it for watering the plants in the garden. And you can use that water for flushing in toilets. Why do you need fresh water? Right?
Yes.
So you
We
can
clean our cars.
clean out cars and all these things. Exactly. Right?
Brushing.
Brushing water. You brushing? You brush? If you brush with that water, do you think it is good for health? Then why do you want to? There must be a reason why you said brushing. Tell me why. Because you are a very smart guy. You will not say just like that. Why is the brushing?
We can use potable
You can use
water.
potable water. What do you mean potable water?
Seawater.
You can use seawater and put water there. Make it drinkable.
There's salt.
Yes. And so, when you said make potable water, what do you mean? Take sea or salt water and make it drinkable. Yes? Is that what you mean or no? Tell me what it doesn't matter. See, nobody knows anything here. You're just talking. You are still thinking better than us. Seriously.
We use the water for many ways.
Okay? Like,
Bathing, brushing, cleaning utensils.
right.
Vehicles.
Okay, so this is the seawater. Seawater you are saying. Seawater you can use for all these things, is what you say. Yeah? Good thinking. Very good thing. But the problem is, seawater is what is called hard water. When you grow up, when you go higher in the class, maybe you know what is hard water, what is soft water. But seawater, as you said rightly, there is salt in it. Right? When you have salt and you pour salt water on it, it doesn't feel good. Okay? When you make it doesn't feel good. So wash utensils, the utensils will not get cleaned properly. It will look all patches, white.
Salty.
Salty, exactly. Your steel vessel doesn't look clean. It looks like white ash. Vehicles also.
That's why before only separates the salt.
Exactly. High five. This is what is called desalination. Seawater desalination. I can see some ocean experts here. Right? Big power, tidal power, offshore wind and water desalination. You are all right, guys? Super, good job. So since you said brushing, you should get a brush. This is made of bamboo. Yeah. Okay? So desalination, yes. Next.
Now our last question is, what solution do you give for schools and colleges to reduce waste?
That's a big list. So many things we can do. So many things. For example, since we have pencil in the hand, let's talk about it. The regular pencil is made of wood, right? Yes or no? Okay. So this is wood. It's wood, right? So you are taking a tree, cutting it, okay, and then you make pencil from it. And what you do when you sharpen the pencil, the whole wood is chiseled off and it's put it in dumpster waste. So basically, we're cutting a nice big tree, making pencils, and then doing the sharpening it and throwing the wood into the dust. Do you think it's a smart thing to do? Yeah? Do you think it's a smart thing to do? Like
No.
if you make furniture with this, like this, something like that, at least you're using it for many years. Right?
Yes.
But here you are cutting it, chewing and then throwing it away. And how long will you use a pencil? Few days. Not very smart, right? So this is a wastage. Now your next question will be, but my teacher asked me to get a pencil. You cannot write with pen. Right? So I'm not saying don't use pencil. You use pencil like that which I gave you, which is made of paper. Now the question should be, but the paper also comes from the tree. Right?
Yes.
But how is that okay? And I'm saying this is bad. How is that okay? That should be the
Because it will charge, the wood will not be wasted. By if we throw it in the dustbin, some wood will come. That wood will not be wasted.
No, I didn't understand. What's that?
If normal pencils, if we sharp like that, we will get some wood.
Yeah.
This right cut.
Correct, yes.
Then if we sharp this paper pencil, this extra wood will not be wasted.
That's right, but the paper is made from wood. That means I already cut the trees and then they made paper with it.
Because it's made of waste paper.
Man, this guy is too smart for me. What do we do with this guy? That's correct. This is made of waste paper. So instead of paper wasting it, you take it and make pencil with it. Right? Does it make sense? But there should be a time where we should not use paper also, fresh paper like this. This is where I've been talking to your principal. That's a different discussion between me and her later. So this is made of paper. This is my notebook. And this paper is recycled paper. Which means this white paper, once we use, we throw it. But instead of throwing it, we take all this white paper
And make it into book.
make it into paper again, and this paper looks like this, and we make notebooks with this. Is it looking good? Can you read it? No? Can you read okay? It's not white, but it's slightly off-white.
Payback monthly.
Yeah, but you can read, right? You can read and write, so. Right? So, like this, if you use these kind of used paper, instead of white paper, you are reducing cutting down of trees. Okay? We gave to one school where all grade children from like small to 10th grade, about 60,000-70,000 notebooks. And we know how many trees we saved from cutting? Just guess.
How many children are there?
Huh?
How many children are there?
60,000, 70,000 notebooks we have given to the school. How many trees? We make paper from tree, right? But we give used recycled paper. So instead of making fresh paper, we use recycled paper, which means we do not cut trees. For 60,000 books, roughly we save 600 trees from getting cut.
I guess for one day we will get 500 papers.
Good guess, but at least you are thinking on the right lines, but the numbers are wrong.
For 100 trees we get 1 paper.
No. Okay, let's not get into that. That's a different math for later day. Okay, but basically for making these many books, by not cutting trees and using recycled paper, we saved 600 trees. Now, is it a good thing or bad?
Good thing.
Good thing, right? So this is what you do. But from the school, at the school level, you can do these things, not wasting, right? And then food waste. Don't waste food. Whatever you bring from home, eat. If you cannot eat it, compost it. You know what is composting? You know? Not preserve it. You put it in a
You all
separate
keep the organic
Right.
then the soil will be fertile.
No, that calls for a toothbrush. Okay?
Bamboo.
Bamboo toothbrush. So yes, so don't waste food. Okay? And old clothes, replace, try to plant a tree instead of eating junk. Got it? So many things can be done. It's a big list. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Yes or no? Yeah?
My name is Purvika. I would now like to propose a vote of thanks. I would like to thank Mr. S. Raju, the founder of the ICAP Carbon Charitable Trust, for answering our questions on waste management and educating us on the subject. I would like to thank the principal ma'am and director sir for helping us arranging this event. I would also like to thank the staff and students who supported us in organizing this event. Thank you one and all.
Excellent. You have to clap at this time. So, and school time, my principal was very bad. Very strict. She was always scolding. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Don't talk. Sit, stand, jump. She's not like that, right? So, we wish we had a principal like that. So, thank you so much,
It's
Shruti
all our
Moraman,
pleasure. It's all our
for
pleasure,
inviting
sir.
and to the management and whoever decided to do this. It's a very good initiative they have taken. This is absolutely required for the kids at this age and sustain these discussions, because when if they tell in their house, parents will listen. If you say or I say, they'll think we have some agenda, right? But if they say, they understand. And when they are saying it because they are convinced on these topics. So this is very important. The biggest problem we are living with today is climate change and global warming. It's the biggest problem. It affects everybody. Doesn't matter whether you're in India or Jamaica or UK or Malaysia. Doesn't matter where you are. Everybody will get affected by this. And people in Europe and USA, they are less affected. We are more affected. So we have to be very careful and aware of these problems, and we have to do something about it. Like your management has taken time. She sat here, she has to, and Professor Hussain sir also is here. You should talk to him as and when possible. He comes from an industry which has built India. Bharat Heavy Electricals. So thank you, sir. Thanks for deciding to
I
come.
learned something new from you. I'm drinking RO water. I didn't know that RO water is bad. I'm still drinking it. Now I've learned something new from you.
Yes. It's bad.
How to add the minerals to the RO water?
We don't have minerals are already there in the water. We are just taking them off in the name of cleaning it. Yeah, it's there.
I'm drinking it. I didn't know that.
You don't have to. If you are in the city, municipal water is as good as. I trust me when they really.
What about TDS?
TDS is one thing. Then just put a regular filter. If you want to remove some sediments and some, you put a small regular filter, but not all. And all.
I spent 20,000 rupees on that.
Exactly. And for every 1 liter of, when you put 2 liters of water into it, 1 liter is you drink, 1 liter you waste.
Yes, exactly.
Water is such an important resource, right, Sunyash? Yes or no? If you waste water, for every glass of water you drink, you throw 1 glass of water. How stupid is that?
Sir, in marriages, plastic glasses, hundreds of them.
Hundreds of them.
It's a crime.
It's a crime. Very well said. It is a crime. It's a crime against nature.
Yes. It takes 100 years or more for one glass to disintegrate, and that becomes small plastic.
Microplastics.
Microplastics.
Yes.
And they are appearing in milk now.
They're appearing in milk and then appearing in the
Lungs and the lungs.
lungs and in the plants
Yeah.
and in the aqua life,
Yes. So
it's
very-
coming back. So it is so bad, seriously. You understand? It's so bad, you have to, when you see it, Mohit, you say, no plastic bottle. No glass in plastic water. Sorry, no water in plastic water. Glass. When you go to marriages, wedding parties, when your birthday party,
For
tell them.
functions.
Yes.
Functions, yeah.
When you have your birthday party, if somebody is giving you plastic, you say no plastic.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's it. Okay, so like that. So when you are doing all these things on a daily basis, this will really make an impact. And these are the decision makers now also and in the future. So your idea of taking up this session is really commendable.
Thank you.
You are an eco warrior.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.